professional, your doctors, and see if you haven't gotten vaccinated, whether you should or not.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's always a great idea.
That is,
talk to your healthcare provider.
Yeah.
And I think
about
we
a
had
lot of
heard
things.
yesterday that there was, in the coming days, an announcement was going to be made, and we didn't know what it was going to be or, when it was. Yeah. And then we left, and in the middle of Carson Anderson, we hear this great news. It was great news.
It's very exciting for sure. This is exciting if you're a bowling fan. Listen to this. One of the Professional Bowling Association's most important tournaments is actually coming to Metro Detroit this summer. And if you're a fan, you can watch. So the PBA Tour Finals will take place June 26th and 27th at Thunderbolt Lanes in Allen Park. So basically the Tour Finals, they're so important because they're like bowling's all-star game, okay? So you're going to have the top 8 PBA point winners over the past 2 years competing for the big coveted title. And the best part is that you'll be able to watch if you want. For the first time since March of 2020, 300 fans will be able to cheer on the world's best bowlers.
Wow, now this may be a very stupid question, because I'm not a bowling aficionado, even though I've bowled throughout my life. Would they be able to, especially now in this situation, look, these indoor bowling facilities where they have these big tournaments, they maybe hold 1,000 people, maybe, if I'm not mistaken, and then that would be a lot. Is there any way you can bring the bowling lanes, since there's only 8 bowlers, as you mentioned, Heather, so I don't know, Ford Field or someplace even outside, or even the LCA where you can still get half of, get a lot of people
bowl
to attend.
Outside, because what if it's humid? I would imagine that the weather is going to play a role on the lane.
Yeah.
I don't know. I am not a bowler.
Right.
I have no idea, but I'm imagining weather would really change the way a ball would roll down the lane.
Well,
so I don't think you can do it outdoors.
Right, well, that's why I said Ford Field or LCA first.
No, maybe Ford Field. Yeah, you're right. I was thinking outdoors as soon as you said something.
Right. That was my first thought, too.
I don't know. I'm not sure, Stoney.
Yes, I don't know. I have no idea. Pete Weber's son, how's he, I don't even know if he's one of the top 8. How's he perform during wet conditions? That would be kind of cool. Different sports to play in different elements.
Different elements, yes.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. So Burger King has finally joined the chicken sandwich wars, you guys, and they just released the new hand-breaded chicken.
Chicken?
Yes.
Chicken?
The chicken sandwich.
Is it the hand-breaded stuff? Nothing wrong with that.
Yes, of course. So this sandwich will be available nationwide on June 3rd. And, when you think about it, you might think, well, gosh, they're kind of late to the party on this whole chicken sandwich thing, right? But the chief marketing officer says, no way. The chain has been working on this recipe for 2 years. And they say that this chicken sandwich, because it is hand-breaded, every Burger King that offers it is going to have to create a breading station. So this has been in the works for quite some time, and it's apparently going to be very, very good. So you can try that very soon. Now, speaking of Burger King, an angry customer threw a pop at the manager of a Troy Burger King, and now she wants to press charges. So police actually say the manager went to the drive-thru window to, assist with some angry, upset customers. And the manager ended up telling police that the customers had been given a refund over whatever they were upset about, but they wouldn't leave the drive-thru. And the manager told them, you know what, you gotta leave. She told them multiple times. And then a woman sitting in the passenger seat of the vehicle took the pop, reached over the driver, and threw it at the manager. And then the customers left the scene. And now the manager says, you know what, I was hit by this pop, and if you can find them and identify this woman, I'm going to press charges. So.
Sometimes you can't make it right, right? No matter, I'm sorry, doesn't work, I'm going to refund you, doesn't work. Sometimes pop is coming to the face.
But by the way, on the chicken sandwich?
Yes.
Yeah, chicken. Does Burger King still have, and I should have known because I went through a drive-thru within the last month there for their onion rings. Do they still have the Whaler?
Whaler.
I think
What
it's like
is the whaler?
BK Fish or something like
Okay.
that.
Yeah, it's like
Oh, it's their fish flip sandwich.
Yeah, that fish
Fish
fillet.
fillet.
Yeah.
I've never been. When
You
I
go to-
used
you go
to
to-
eat fast food, I
Yeah.
never ate Burger King. I've been to a Burger King in my life, but that was never my fast food restaurant of choice. So I was probably a child, literally under teenager the last time I've been to a Burger King.
It's funny, when I grew up, we had Burger King before we had McDonald's in our area.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Anybody want that one?
We had the local ones, too. There was Scotty's and there was Mr. Ed's.
Do you remember Burger Chef?
Yes, absolute Super Chef. It's a great sandwich.
Burger Chef had the pickle canister that Sony could just walk up to and crack pickles with his fingers out of.
That's Mr. Joe's.
But they did have it, though.
Yeah, you're right. I like Burger King.
It's so nasty. All right, so you guys remember that young Florida girl who fought off a kidnapper?
Yeah.
I talked about her yesterday. Well, she says she was actually inspired by the show Law and Order SVU. This girl is amazing. So during the attempted kidnapping, she actually smeared some of the blue slime that she had been playing with on the man so that police could identify him better. So yeah, this is awesome. She did an interview on the Today Show, and she said that she thought that it would be better evidence if the cops could tell it was him. And she said her fast thinking was inspired by watching Law and Order Special Victims Unit with her mom, which is so amazing. While she was sitting at that bus stop, she was mixing some homemade slime with blue paint. So it just so happened that paint was able to stick to this man's arm, and it did help the officers identify him even better. And what's so awesome is that yesterday, one of the actresses from the show, Mariska Hargitay, she posted a message to her saying, "You are so brave, strong, and a very smart young woman. I think the SVU squad might have to add slime to their crime-fighting gear. Take care of yourself and each other. With all my love, your #1 fan, Mariska."
That's
Isn't that cool?
that's very cool. My kids still, they did it as an early age too. They love Law and Order, Criminal Minds.
yes.
They watch that.
Yes.
Watch, yeah.
And I try to get them to watch, like, with all due
Starting
respect,
route
like
to
better
20568
quality crime
Lexington
shows.
Street.
They don't want anything to do with it. Like
3/4
stuff
of a
on
mile.
HBO and
Turn left
Netflix.
onto West
Finally,
Long
at least I
Lake
got one of my daughters to watch, Mayor of Easttown.
So I haven't met your buddy Lenny that you hit.
Yeah.
And
almost killed.
when you said his name, I picture him as Lenny from Law and Order. The cop.
Oh, okay.
Jerry Orbach.
Jerry Orbach.
Yeah. And
No,
so
but Lenny's got major white hair.
At the next light, turn left.
It's major white hair.
You know, it's kind of arbitrary, I think, is when they do the cutscene, when they do the gavel sound, and when not to. I'd like to know if there's some sort of
Formula?
metric, some formula, some metric that they use. When are they going to use it? When are they not? It's kind of like when baseball announcers, are they going just collared shirt or are they going full suit and tie?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
What's the determining factor?
I don't know. Maybe it's the weather. All right. Thank you very much, Heather. Coming up next, what will be
At the
the
light,
first
turn
event
left
you
onto
will
West Long
attend?
Lake Road.
Because Michigan is wide open now, baby. We love it. 97.1 The Ticket.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here with the Bet River Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by Bet River Sportsbook, Detroit's
In
hometown
3/4 of a
sportsbook.
mile,
Tonight in pro
turn
basketball,
left onto
Golden State
Long
takes on
Pine Road.
Memphis in the Western Conference playoff game. Winner going to take on Utah in the first round of the playoffs. Golden State a 3.5-point favorite. Memphis plus 130 on the money line. Total 223.5. And the spread feels like
Starting
it's a
route
little
to
too high. Golden
20568
State's role
Lexington
players
Street.
are out of their minds in the loss to Los Angeles, while Memphis did not play a particularly good game and were still able to get by San Antonio. So Golden State might very well win this game and advance to take on Utah in the first round, but Memphis to cover the spread. Memphis plus 3.5 feels like a sound bet here. It's hard to imagine Golden State playing as well as it did against Los Angeles. That's it for this Bet River Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by Bet River Sportsbook, Detroit's hometown sportsbook. Check out the latest lines today at BetRivers.com. I'm Nick Costos. Keep it locked here for more throughout the day. Must be 21, playable in Michigan. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117.
There's never been a better time to get a new Toyota than during our Memorial Day sales event going on all month long. Hi friends, Bill Gowling here for Gowling Toyota Warren, telling you about some of the great values going on. Qualified buyers can lease a 2021 Toyota Highlander L front-wheel drive for just $282 a month. Leases for 36 months, 10,000 miles a year with $3,000 due at signing. We have a decent selection to choose from and are located on the corner of Van Dyke and 696. That's Gowling Toyota Warren, your Toyota connection. Check us out online at GowlingToyota.com.
24 Seconds Bar and Grill in Berkeley is the place to be. Rooftop deck now open. Catch the NHL and NBA playoffs on the new big screen TVs. Need a graduation party catered? They cater grad parties or any kind of event. 24 Seconds. Great food, great service, always free partying around back. 24secondsbar.com.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Starting trouble? No one likes that. We can get you set up for the warmer temps ahead. Let's start with a free battery test. If you're just in need of a charge, we can help with that too. And if it's time for a new battery, we've got replacement batteries that fit your needs, starting at just $79.99. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination. Claim based on data from the MPD Group 2019.
It's Small Business Month, and Dell Technologies and Windows are celebrating your unstoppable drive. Save up to 45% on powerful PCs with Windows 10 Pro to work from anywhere, plus top monitors and docks for the ultimate business setup, all with easy financing options through Dell Financial Services. Speak to a Dell Technologies advisor who can help you find the right business tech, server, storage, and cloud solutions at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL for Small Business Month savings.
Sir, how can I promote my new curbside pickup service?
It's possible with Staples Connect.
I need custom floor decals that'll get noticed, not just walked on.
Also possible. Staples Connect can help your business grow with custom printed sales and marketing materials. And now get 15% off signs, posters, and decals when you spend $75 or more. Explore what's new at your local Staples store or staplesconnect.com. Staples Connect, the working and learning store. Ends 5/29. Visit staples.com/signage for details.
Gotta finish this today.
Cristiano's construction projects typically run smoothly, but this project's pipeline is about to burst.
Hey, boss, where do you want us to put this? To the left. Your other left. John.
Indeed can help him hire the people he needs.
I made a lead.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job, you immediately get your short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job criteria. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
At the roundabout, take the second exit onto Orchard Lake Road.
National Benefit Plan. For affordable life insurance, log on to nbthealth.com.
Now, text or call the ticket using the same number. Ticket text 248-539-9797. Live from the Jamie Samuelson studio, here's Tony and Jansen.
All right, 97-1 the ticket, which is the home of Tiger baseball. And the Tigers will be taking on the KC Royals. This evening right here, Jose Urena going up against Mike Minor. The Tigers have won 8 out of 10. In the previous segment in Henry's News, we were talking about they announced, the PBA announced a big event that will take place in Allen Park. And I asked the ignorant question because I didn't know the answer. And we're going to get to this momentarily.
At the roundabout, take the second exit onto Orchard Lake Road.
Cool if they could have this great bowling event at a bigger facility. Hold more people, whether it be indoors or outdoors. But I don't know if they do this stuff. Rob in New Baltimore calling, maybe a member of the bowling elite. What's up, Rob?
Good morning, men and ladies.
In 5 miles, turn left onto Grand River Avenue.
You have such an array of knowledge in the sports world, and I'm surprised you didn't know this, but the PGA Tour does travel. They do events at Disney, Six Flags, where they can set up the tournament lanes in any facility known to mankind. As long as there's the room for the event, they can hold it.
Does it always have to be inside?
No, it does not. They do the Tournament of Champions at Disney. They've had it at Six Flags already. I used to be with the USBC tournament, and they set up lanes in convention centers. They've actually, if I'm not mistaken, back in the 80s, did it at Cobo, where they set up lanes. And the oil condition is not really affected by the heat or the elements. It actually will keep the lanes a little bit wetter than expected. The oil won't dry out as quick.
Now they won't roll during a rainstorm.
Correct, they will not. So then they do have to have a backup plan.
Well, let me ask you this, Rob. Would you agree that it would make sense that it's such a big event coming to Allen Park? I mean, what's the most they can hold at that bowling alley, that bowling facility?
Thunderbolt, right?
Thunderbolt, yeah, about 1,000 people, maybe?
Oh, you could, because we are losing so many bowling facilities in the state of Michigan. We just lost another one last week. Alley 59 in Clinton Township is closing because of the pandemic. I think if they were to put the event either at the TCF Center, Ford Field, they would have no problem getting 5,000 plus.
That'd be cool.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Michigan used to be the bowling capital of the world, and we lost that because of our bowling facilities closing to Las Vegas, which is another facility where I'm from, and Florida is second. So we have so many bowlers, they would be just geeks to go see this event, rather be outside or at Ford Field or even Coal America. They've bowled at Wrigley before.
Wow. The Friendly Confines have had bowling?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, not to go over bowling. I was talking about this to a friend of mine the other day, trying to explain to him, the bowling we watch on television, the bowling we do here, it's the way people bowl in like 95% of the country. But right in Baltimore, Maryland, at the play Fair Lanes, where they have major events, they have these things called duck pins, which are like real small pins. You get 3 balls per frame, and then in New England, it's called candle pins, where they're real tall and thin. I remember a TV show called Candle Pins for Cash. Have you ever experienced duck pin or candle pin bowling?
Yes, I've done all 3, and I've played in Canada, where they do the bowling also with the rubber basing around the base of the pin. But have you ever tried feather bowling?
Yes, actually, I have. That's fun. With the football type of thing?
Yeah. That's the feather bowling is really cool. You're actually rolling a brick of cheese at a feather.
I went to I went to a facility where you threw like a football, basically.
Yeah, that's called flowing. It's football and bowling.
Okay, yeah.
All right. And Rob, before we let you go, we do this thing on Fridays about we pick an actor or an actress. As a bowling enthusiast, what is your favorite bowling movie? Like, what is the one that all bowlers hold in high regard?
Come on, if you
gotta be Kingpin, right?
If you're not a Kingpin fan, you haven't watched the bowling.
I just wanted to make sure that the rest of us who aren't bowling enthusiast, that was the same one.
Kingpin's great.
That would be like asking you, what's your favorite football movie?
yes, that very much would be.
Well, there's more football movies than bowling.
Yes.
Thanks,
Rob.
Yes. Now, like we mentioned, Governor Whitmer announced yesterday that things are going to be open. I saw Michigan State. Michigan, obviously the Tigers say full capacities, baby. Let them in. And I just think, wow.
Awesome.
Yes. 248-539-9797. What's the first event you're going to go to? Where there might be, a packed house, or are you still a little shy from being in a packed house, whether it be, outdoors or indoors, where it's not going to be 100% full capacity indoors, but pretty close, right?
I'm wondering if they're going to reconsider the 4th of July fireworks.
Yeah, they were.
They said there was going to be no spectators allowed.
Television only.
Yeah, and that is one event that, especially if you could bring everybody downtown, and it would be right after, obviously, all the restrictions July 1st are removed. I would love. My kids have gone down to that one with me, and they still talk about every 4th of July day I can go downtown. And last year, obviously, couldn't. This year, so far, you can't. I would love for that to be one of them, the downtown hoedown. I think would be amazing to go to.
Movement. Movement.
In 1 mile, turn left onto Grand River Avenue.
So there's a bunch of them. And honestly, the ones that I'm looking forward to most, obviously, this fall, September 4, in the Big House. That is top of the list for me. But before we get there, all of the county fairs or the city fairs where they set up the rides and you get the elephant ears and you get the fried, Oreos or fried butter. I mean, all of those things, I just want those to be back.
Jansen doesn't talk about the rides, you just talk about the food.
Yes. Yeah. Well, because once you get on the ride, you get to see the food twice.
And unfortunately, time has passed.
Sorry. It's a delayed reaction.
Or at least you get to taste it twice.
Unfortunately, my favorite area fair, it's too late for them to have it for this year, which is the St. Mary's, St. Mary's Fair, which is a great outdoor fair. Lots of fun I had there. But I think the first event that I'm going to go to will be a Tiger game. Obviously, Heather goes for work. But you're right, I can, maybe, Billy Joel's commercial part too. I might
go past
do
this
that
light.
as well.
Then at the next one, turn left.
With all due respect to Spartan Stadium, I will go because my daughter goes to Spartan State to a game. The big house is just
the tailgate.
I just love it. I just love it. Be with 105,000, whatever.
At the light, use the middle lane to turn left onto Grand River Avenue.
Danny, good morning. Go Blue forever, but my first event, now that things are opening up, my son goes to Eastern, and it's their first or second games against Wisconsin.
All right.
On my birthday, so John might appreciate that.
Oh, absolutely. And you're making the trip?
Oh, yeah. I can't wait. I've never been there. My daughter went to U of M. We try to go to every Big Ten school, and choosing the bands. We try to watch. Never been there. I heard it's one of the best.
It is. We did this thing yesterday about bucket list places to go, and I didn't include any of the Big Ten ones because we've all been to the Big Ten, or at least I've been to all the Big Ten ones. Going to Madison and being in that stadium, especially in the third quarter when they do the jump around, it is one of the great spectacles of college football. And they played the song last year. Obviously, it didn't mean as much, but you did see the players jumping around. And that's one where you're going to see both home and away teams getting into it because you can't not do it. It just is that awesome.
Now, a quick question here. John, did they have that tradition when you played there in 97?
M5.
I don't even know.
Is that song?
House of Pain, I don't think even it was. I mean, they may have been singing, but I don't think that song had come out.
No, it had. Yeah,
It had?
I believe that's in the early '90s. Just
Is it?
off the top of my
Yeah,
head,
but
91-ish.
I don't think they did it in 97.
And Tom, you know why you know that, right?
Why?
Because it's in Happy Gilmore, and Happy Gilmore's pre-97.
Yes, well, it actually was released in '89. Oh, I didn't think it was that early. Wow.
Well, it's not the
Keep right to merge onto M5.
I don't even say. I'm not trying to make a comparison. But at Michigan, Mr. Brightside by the Killers has come out the last, 6-7 years between the third and fourth quarter, and it's great. And that song's at least 20 years old, right?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Another thing is saying 92 on the House of Pain, so you can't trust this internet.
Yeah. Get rid of the internet because they don't know all house. Our telephone number is 248-539-9797. That's also the ticket text as well. Don't forget, you can always download our app at Odyssey.com.
1.3 miles. Take a slight left turn onto West 8 Mile Road.
All the shows here, Carson Anderson, Michael Rico, and Mojo, all the great shows. Anything you missed, you have to rewind function and go back, listen to what you missed. All right, 248-539-9797, like I said, is the telephone number. Coming up next, where do you want to go?
Take a slight left turn onto West 8 Mile Road.
And one of the all-time old bits has resurfaced in the last week. And we want to know, what are your favorite, or maybe least favorite, Detroit/Michigan sports old bits? 97.1.
We got sports action all over the place right now. We got MLB, NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, PGA Championship, NASCAR, golf, UFC, everything. And right now, new BetMGM customers can turn $1 to $100 when they bet on any Detroit Tigers game. Sign up for the BetMGM using bonus code TOMM100. If you bet $1 on any Tigers game, you'll get $100 in free bets, even if your wager is a strikeout. Discover their innovative parlay selection builders, daily promotions, boosted odds specials, and much more. Download the app or go to BetMGM.com and use bonus code TOMM100 to get $100 when you bet $1 on any Tigers game this season, regardless of the outcome of your wager. Only at BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks, an official gaming partner of the Detroit Tigers. This is a new customer offer. Paid and free bets. Must be 21 years or older, Michigan only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help. Excludes Michigan disassociated persons.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, it's been a pretty clear drive all morning. No accidents or slowdowns at the moment. Starting later tonight, there's planned road work 696 westbound from Telegraph to Inkster Road, a right lane closure until Sunday afternoon. The westbound 696 entrance ramps from Franklin and from southbound Telegraph will be closed. Also coming up at about 9 o'clock this morning, a brief 15-minute closure scheduled. Roosevelt both directions between 14 and 15 Mile. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
97.1 The Ticket would like to remind you that when you text the ticket, standard text messaging rates apply.
This is Omar Esiason with an Odyssey Sports Minute. I recently had the pleasure of interviewing two dominant right-handers from different eras for upcoming installments of Game Time. Roger Clemens had already won the first two of his record 7 Cy Young before the reigning National League Cy Young winner, Trevor Bauer, was even born. Both men were known for their singular focus from an early age. Both developed their own personal workout regimens and study habits that helped set them apart. Both have strong opinions about pitching, which they're happy to share. Clemens ranked the 3 elements for men's success as location, movement, and velocity in that order. When I shared Clemens' list with Bauer, Dodgers ace begged to differ. Movement, velocity, and location was his order of importance. While Bauer thrives on top of spin rates, Clemens said a more important key is moving guys' eye levels. Pitching wisdom for the ages. It was really interesting to say the least. I'm Omar Esiason.
Gotta finish this today. Hoy tenemos
Cristiano's construction projects